Hi everyone, jsiegrist here from out at the Jones GMC dealership. Hey, I wanted to take a quick minute and put together a video here because we do have allocation for some units from GM. I know many of you over the past 2 years now that have bought cars have experienced the way that things are going and the way that vehicle buying has changed. So I wanted to take a minute to first off alert everybody of the two different vehicle allocation that we have that are currently unfulfilled by our sold order configuration. And in addition to that, take a minute to explain what some of these terms are that might be getting thrown around by whatever dealer or salesperson you're talking to, ourselves included. So, one of the things that I wanted to start with is we have the ability to order one of the new 2023 model year redesigned Sierra 1500s. So, of course, that's a very desirable truck. There's a lot going on with that. And of course, from the manufacturer, due to supply constraints and issues with that, there is limited availability when it comes to getting certain options or equipment or things like that. Right now, GM has granted us the ability to get an AT4 and a diesel engine, the 3-liter diesel, which has been on constraint with GM for a long time. So I want to first off take a minute. Constraint. What does that mean? The way GM and some other manufacturers probably as well, what they do is they consider the constraint to be an item that is on limited or no availability. So if you're talking to myself or one of my sales staff here, we try not to use too much industry jargon, but if you hear the word constraint getting thrown around, that's, well, that item's on constraint. What that means is there's only a certain number in the country, and sometimes those constraints only last a build cycle, which is a week to week period. Sometimes those constraints last much longer, and then GM will say, hey, this is something that we know we're not going to have a solution for the entirety of the model year or for the next 4 months or 3 weeks or however long it is, and we can kind of gauge things by there. What we currently are working with, if you look here, GM has given us the ability to build one AT4 and one, as I mentioned, with the 3-liter diesel engine for the amount that they have to build for the nation. So if we just look at the AT4, they have the supplies and the ability for all of the GMC dealers in the entire country to build 150 AT4s. We were fortunate to get one of those 150. For the new diesel engine, the redesigned LZO 3-liter diesel that's new for 23 and improving upon the already very popular 3-liter diesel that's currently been out for the past several years, they have the ability for, once again, for the entire nation to build 219. We got one of those 219 plus one of those AT4s as well. So this week, and we have to have this information in by Saturday, if you are interested in ordering a Sierra 1500 with the AT4 trim level and the 3-liter diesel engine, that's something that we can do. Our current customers that have sold orders in, nobody else has this configuration, or else we would be going to them first. So I figured I'd put this out on Facebook and see if there is any interest in this. Now, just because we can get an AT4 doesn't mean that we can get everything else that we want. If you take a look here, this is the full list. There's a lot of other things that we are unable to get from GM, and that's just how it goes. But we can certainly work with people to get the build and configuration that they want, so that way we can get you as close as you want to a vehicle. So, but very simply, you earn your constraint and your allocation, which is how much GM lets you build, by us as a dealership selling these vehicles as quickly as they come in. So getting these vehicles right back out the door is what allows us to order more vehicles for more of our customers. So even though the lot has looked bare for the past 2 years, we're getting vehicles in, we're getting them back out to people as quickly as they can, and that lets us order more vehicles. We're doing our best to be as efficient within GM's parameters to get everybody their vehicles, but occasionally things like this come up, and we have orders that are currently not fulfilled by our waiting list of customers. The other one that we have, and you can see, very long list of the constrained or limited availability items on the Yukon XLs. We have the ability to order an SLT. We cannot do the diesel engine. They're only building 19 diesel engines for everybody in the country for the Yukon XL. We did not get one of those. We got one of the SLTs. The new Denali Ultimate trim level, only 25 for the nation, only 10 Denalis. So things are still tight and we're working within what we have. But when we get the ability to order something special, I'd like to see it get placed to somebody that's, wanting to get that vehicle instead of just ordering it for the lot. So do me a favor, call me at 717-824-8620, or you can call our main number at 717-394-0711 and ask for any of the GM sales staff. We will get you taken care of and get the order placed if you would like to take advantage of the slot that we have for either the Yukon XL or the Sierra 1500 here. I'll also put my email address in the description of this video here. You can email in on that, call, whatever's most convenient for you. We'll get you squared away. And I hope that helped you understand a little bit too about how vehicle ordering goes and what these different terms from the manufacturer and from the dealerships mean. Thanks.